Can I just ask this question? Have you ever been the victim of crime, whether it's you personally or your business, particularly if you own a retail business? Have you ever been the victim of crime when no action at all has been taken, when nothing happened? Despite the fact you felt you had, here's a bit of CCTV, you might have even known who did it. Local tow rags known to the old bill, etc. Nothing happened. Your car was nicked, your bike was nicked, your house was broken into, you were mugged, your phone was swiped. Nothing happened. Have you ever been in that position? 0344 499 1000 if you have. And when I first read this stat, I thought things were on the up. Nearly 6,000 crimes went unsolved last year. And I thought, that's not bad, is it? 6,000. I mean, it's not desirable to have 6,000 crimes that went unsolved last year, but I'm sure I've seen more shocking figures than that. And then I realised I've misread the beginning of the headline. More than 6,000 crimes went unsolved every day last year. Not every month, not every week, every day last year. Nearly 6,000 crimes went unsolved. Now, interestingly, it's fallen to the Liberal Democrats to reveal this legacy of failure. This is unsolved crime in the year ending June 2024, so just before the election. So the Conservatives can't somehow winkle their way out of this one. They were revealed by the Home Office's own statistics on crime outcomes released early this morning. 2,156,075 crimes went unsolved across England and Wales in the year ending June 2024. That's the equivalent to 5,907 crimes going unsolved every single day, just shy of 6,000. That's 40% of all crimes recorded. So we just don't solve 40% of all crimes. Meanwhile, just 361,328 cases resulted in a suspect being charged or summoned, accounting for less than 7% of all cases. I mean, this is absolutely shocking. This is the 21st century. When Robert Peel came up with the idea of a police force and they started running around the place, if you'd asked a very bright futurologist of the day, what's the police force going to look like in, I don't know, by 2024? And somebody with an eye on this stuff might have gone, do you know what? We might not even need a police force, because by then we'll have so many other things in place, and doubtless they'll have things called, CCTV or something like that. They'll be able to solve crime, track crime, spot it as it's happening. You'll hardly need a police officer, and then they'll just nab the person responsible. No, it's got what? How could something that you would imagine, given the amount of surveillance, if nothing else, just the amount of surveillance we have in this country, you might be I don't think it would be unreasonable if you took a punt a bunch of years ago and said, yeah, crime will definitely be down. It'll be almost impossible to commit one. Because the way you can be tracked just by cameras alone, and there are other ways of doing that, and of course all the intelligence and the stuff that police know, and you've got DNA, which was never quite as it was then as it is today. I mean, the list goes on. You would genuinely be forgiven for thinking, well, yeah, see, I mean, it'll be down. Crime would be down by any measure. Anyone a load of years ago would have assumed by this stage in our evolution that crime would be down, not up. So I'm going to throw that question out there. Have you ever been a victim of crime and nothing happened? Nothing happened at all. You never heard a thing again, despite having your stuff nicked, your place pilfered, your body mugged, whatever happened, no response at all. You might have got the police out initially. Nothing was followed up. I mean, we're seeing this in all sorts of institutional areas. We see it in my other half had a medical issue, and the whole thing got lost in the system. Lost in the system. And where did it go? Where did it specifically go? It was there, one assumes, if nothing else, in a file, but probably consigned to a computer database somewhere. Where did it go? And similarly with crime, where does it go? I mean, you ring the police and go, someone's broken into my house. I've got CCTV. There's a really good, clear picture of one of them. Just as he's coming in through the kitchen window, bang, there he is. You can see him, full on, full focus, full clarity. Where does that go? What happens? Does it sit on a desk? Does it get consigned to the bin and then the bin deleted on these impressive computers? What happens? So if you understand, if you are one of those people, you might be a statistic today that has discovered that actually, yeah, I'm not alone in any of this. It seems that there's 6,000 other people sharing the woe. A day have you been that person. The Home Office have replied to this. Policing Minister Dame Diana Jordan, reacting to this morning's news, says this: today's stats show the scale of the challenge we've inherited in our mission to make our streets safer. Too many town centres have been decimated by record levels of shoplifting. Communities have been left shaken by rising levels of knife crime, snatch theft and robbery. This cannot continue. The government will restore neighbourhood policing across the country, put thousands more dedicated officers on our streets and scrap the £200 shoplifting threshold, bringing to an end the effective impunity for thieves to steal low-value goods. If you recognise any of that and you've been there yourself, you were the victim of a crime and nothing happened.